You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter. Topping our news at this hour, brush fires are continuing to cause issues here on the Sun Coast. Dry conditions have put parts of Sarasota and Manatee County at moderate or high risks for these fires over the past past week. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo gets a heads up from officials on what to expect for this season. Dwayne?
Well, Jacqueline, the Florida Forest Service making it a point for residents in Sarasota and Manatee counties to be on high alert for the next few months because the way it's looking, it may be an active season for brush fires.
It was just last week, Sarasota resident Corey Kurtz, living east of Interstate 75, off Clark Road, had her first close encounter with brush fires.
I heard sirens for 20, 30 minutes and saw the road blocked off before I even realized what was going on back there.
And according to officials, what Kurtz witnessed may just be the beginning. Over the past weekend, the Myakka River District responded to 5 wildfires in a 5-county area for a total of 180 acres. Florida Forest Service's Derek Doig says he's expecting this season to be as busy as last year.
Part of the problem is the humidity is low, winds are high. We also have a lot of hurricane debris that's still down, wood rotting, drying out. It's just really, really dry right now.
And according to wildfire mitigation specialist Patrick Mahoney, it gets worse. The remainder of the dry season may see normal to minimal rainfall levels.
We're not really expecting any amount of significant rain until end of May, early June. So that means we're just going to get drier and drier. And
at this point, the orange-colored areas showing Sarasota and Charlotte counties as being the driest on the drought index. Mahoney says they expected it and are prepared.
And our people are ready to go. We've repositioned our heavier equipments in the harder hit areas. And like I said, we've spent the last couple months making sure all of our equipment is up and running.
Mahoney relying on sister districts if fires get out of hand, but as close as it came for Kurtz, her future plans are to not take these brush fires lightly.
We kind of prepare, but we really don't get prepared until it's actually happening, and then it's oftentimes too late.
Now, at this point, there are no outdoor burn bans for Manatee or Sarasota counties. Reporting live in Sarasota County, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
Okay, thank you for that update, Dwayne. Well, today, Charlotte County Commissioners passed an emergency ordinance banning outdoor burning. The ban includes yard waste, recreational fires, and the private use of fireworks and sparklers. County officials say the ban does not include outdoor cooking, grills, or burn permits issued by the Florida Forest Service. Charlotte County is experiencing a severe drought, and the county's fire danger index rating has reached 4 out of 5 on multiple days in recent weeks. The ban will remain in effect until the threat of wildfires no longer exists. Sarasota County is looking to use local contractors after Hurricane Irma left behind massive amounts of debris. The 2 companies they initially worked with responded, but many of their resources were dedicated to other disasters. To help resolve this issue for next time, the Emergency Management Section Chief says they're going to use local debris removal companies. They're also hoping to educate the public about how to sort the debris for pickup and says it all is a part of a learning process.
Hurricane Irma gave us some very interesting items that we really haven't ever encountered before, especially in my 35 years of being a county employee. Collecting 300,000 cubic yards of debris, vegetative debris, putting 20,000 people in shelters. It's never really been done here before.
The county says it is important to sort each type of debris into different piles. And if you live on a private road, you do need to call the county to give them permission to access your property for any debris removal. Certainly something to start thinking about as we inch closer to hurricane season. Let's check in with Steve Newman now for a look at our first alert forecast. And Steve, I know we talk about it all the time, prepare ahead of hurricane season.
And we're months ahead. We need to prepare for a really bad fire season, a
Right.
really low amount of rainfall. So conserve your water use. And I wouldn't be burning anything outside I don't have to. Your grills are okay if you're careful with that, but be very careful. Temperatures across the state today are in the 70s and low 80s for the most part across our viewing area. Look for temperatures right now, 78 at Longboat Key, 79 at Siesta. Pretty much the same from top to bottom. A little cooler than it was yesterday at this time and a little less humid as well, but still feels kind of muggy to me. 84, the high today, last night's low 64. You can see where that stacks up. We're above normal on both counts. And by satellite, you can see the clouds blowing in from the east. That will slowly switch around to a southerly direction as we move through the weekend. No rain on radar, and our evening planner. If you're heading out on Sarasota Bay or anywhere on the outer islands, look for temperatures to slowly cool off through the 60s through the evening and bottoming out around 57 for tonight's low. We have a great weekend forecast coming up for you, Jacqueline. I wish it would rain, but if it's not, this is the forecast you want.
All right, we will certainly take it. I'm sure the spring breakers will enjoy it. Thank you, Steve. New developments on a story we've been following for you. The push for Manatee County EMS to change its policy after a man's body was left on the side of the road for hours. Today, county commissioners met with Sheriff Rick Wells to discuss what should be done with the remains of a patient who has died of natural causes in a public place. EMS units will now transfer the body into the ambulance and wait for instruction from the sheriff's deputy on scene. If the patient's identity is unknown or the funeral home is unable to respond quickly, the EMS crew will transport that body to the medical examiner's office. Manatee County says every effort will be made to minimize the time an ambulance is unavailable for an emergency. The Venice City Council approved a major security upgrade at the utilities water plant. The upgrades will include new roofs and hardened wind resistance to protect the buildings during hurricanes. It will also provide for better security. Some of the barbed wire needs to be replaced to protect the city's drinking water supply.
We want to make sure that it's a secured facility so that we don't have people coming in from the outside, either on purpose or mistakenly, to endanger the city's water supply.
That project will cost around $3.7 million. Construction could begin late this year or early next year. Still to come on your Suncoast News, a panel to discuss school safety on the Suncoast. We have a preview and we'll tell you how you can get involved. And the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office is hiring. We'll show you what the new deputies will have to do.
So Matt told me to meet him at 7 a.m. sharp right here. It is now 7:01 a.m. You think Matt would leave without me? Hey, is Matt here?
Long gone.
Long gone.
Just missed him.
Just missed him.
All done.
Mr. Sparky guarantees they're on time and the repair is free, so chop chop.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Matt, you started without me.
I finished without you, too.
Get to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings during the spring sales event and shop the area's largest selection of 7-passenger vehicles. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $23,999. Or get off-road capability with the comfort of an SUV in your new Jeep Compass for just $17,999. Drive away in a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
The Mark, Sarasota. Landmark living in the center of it all. A private oasis in the sky. Luxurious private amenities. Promenade shopping and dining. The best of downtown downstairs. Now under construction and priced from the mid-700s. This is life right where you want it. Call or visit our Discovery Sales Gallery today. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by the Culture Group.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
My California Closets designer is a rock star. She was able to design the most beautiful space for me. When I turn the lights on, it's breathtaking. it's just a little slice of organized heaven. The California Closet team was so professional, so reliable. It was seriously a dream come true. My name is Jill, and this is my California Closet story.
A gathering is taking place tonight in downtown Sarasota on the heels of this past weekend's March for Our Lives. This evening's public forum is being called School Shootings Never Again, Stopping Violence in Our Schools and Communities. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us live now from the Peace and Education and Action Center with more. Rick?
Yeah, Jacqueline, good evening. Things will get underway here at 6:30, so another 15-20 minutes or so. And I'm joined by Carol Lerner. She is chairperson of Protect Our Public Schools. And Carol, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And talk a little bit about what is going on here tonight. I guess you have a bunch of speakers.
Right. We have about 8 speakers. We have students, teachers, parents, gun control advocates, and we have an audience, and we're all going to be talking about what the next steps are after the March for Our Lives that occurred last Saturday.
Yeah, speaking of which, it is on the heels of March for Our Lives. Why is it so important to kind of keep this momentum going?
Well, I mean, there's unbelievable momentum. As the students say, there's a revolution going on, and that's true. I think there's a revolution of thinking about this issue and other issues. So you really have to seize the moment, and the moment is right now. There are a bunch of activities that are planned. There's another walkout plan for April 20th. So we have things that we can talk about. We're concerned about teachers being armed. The Sarasota superintendent mentioned that as a possibility for some staff. So there are a whole bunch of local issues that we want to talk about tonight also.
And in the end, what are your goals? What are you hoping to accomplish with all this?
Well, we're hoping to bring a group together that will permanently work on this, and I think we have all the major players in action. We have students, and we have teachers and parents and just community members. So I think we have the people and the interest and the passion at the moment, and I think that's really critical, that the passion is there.
All right, Carol, we do appreciate your few moments here. Have a good event here this evening, and thanks for sharing your time.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that is Carol Lerner. She is chairperson of Protect Our Public Schools. Again, it gets underway here at 6:30, and it's what's called, I guess, Fogartyville on Kumquat Court. So you still have some time to get out here.
Kumquat.
525 Kumquat Court. And in the meantime, I'm Rick Adams reporting live. Jacqueline, back to you.
Okay, thank you, Rick. Sarasota County is already taking steps to improve school safety. Today, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office announced that they are looking to hire 14 deputies and assign them to the 12 elementary schools in the area. According to the Sheriff's Office, each new school resource deputy will be responsible for ensuring school safety for all students, faculty, and staff, and patrol the school and surrounding area and stop criminal activity. They'll also be required to participate on the threat assessment team and attend after-school events as needed. They'll work 10 months out of the year, and the starting wage is $23.50 an hour. For more information on how to apply, you can visit sarasotasheriff.org. Well, stay with us. Coming up next, Steve Newman will have a look at your First Alert weather forecast.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Car experts and customers agree there's a lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Now lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $239 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
ABC7 is gearing up for this year's JDRF One Walk on Saturday, April 7th at Nathan Benderson Park, and we'd love for you to join us. Hi, I'm Jacqueline Matter, and this is my friend Emma Bella, who lives with type 1 diabetes.
The JDRF One Walk helps raise awareness and funds for kids with type 1 diabetes, and it's fun too.
Walk with us and make a difference.
And help kids like us.
For more information, visit walk.jdrf.org.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at score.org.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
Our overall experience working with California Closets was phenomenal.
Calm, reassuring.
Through happenstance, we ended up paired with our designer, Jen. She was someone who not only was patient, someone who was professional. She's become extended family.
She had great insight to help direct me towards those things that could make our dreams come true.
We are the Greens, and this is our California Closet story.
Well, Steve, we were just talking about how windy it was out today, but it was still a nice and enjoyable day for most people except for the Sarasota Sailing Squadron.
Absolutely. It was the direction of the wind and the speed of the wind. They had to cancel at 1 o'clock, so they didn't sail today. They're hoping to sail tomorrow, and hopefully the winds will be a little less tomorrow. I think they might be. They got a good chance. Look at what it looked like over the bay. They would have been sailing just to the right out of frame here in this time lapse from our Van Wezel cam. Beautiful day. Look at this. Just lots of sunshine. The humidity is down, believe it or not, from yesterday, and the temperatures were a few degrees cooler as well. I want to thank our viewers for sending pics in mysuncoast.com. This is Cindy Desmond, and look at these pelicans having a sunset meal at North Jetty, and a beautiful telephoto shot of the sunset at Terracea Bay from Susan Humphreys yesterday. And this is a very familiar scene to me. Lido Beach, sunset, thanks to Barbara Weintraub. I grew up on that beach. I walked that stretch of beach during my high school years just about every night watching sunset. And if you have a great picture, send it to pics@mysuncoast.com. Tell you the truth, I only get a few every day. And so if you're out with your camera, see a great shot, take it and send it to pics@mysuncoast.com. You can also send it through your apps for WWSW ABC7 apps, both the weather and main news app. 80 the current temperature at Sarasota Bradenton International Airport. The humidity is 36%. The air is dry, and with those gusty winds, the fire danger is very high. Dew point now at 51. And that flow off the Atlantic is not bringing in a deep layer of moisture. In fact, if you look closely, just a few cumulus clouds coming in, but they're not making it very far across the state. And looking at radar, there's no showers associated with it. It continues to be dry and is likely to be that way until we reach the weekend. Second day of severe storm possibility across Texas. This is the outlook from the Storm Prediction Center for today. It shifts eastward to Houston tomorrow. But looking at radar, there are no watches and warnings in effect, but there are really strong south winds, wind advisories in effect, and flash flood advisories of various kinds in East Texas and parts of Oklahoma as a result of wave after wave of rain. Fortunately, no severe weather right now. Temperatures have cooled off 20 degrees from this time yesterday in Dallas. We're at 64, cool 42 at New York City. So everybody visiting from the Northeast and coming down to Florida is getting their money's worth because the weather is beautiful. It could rain, we could use it, but if it's not going to rain, this is the kind of weather we want, nice and dry, with an easterly flow turning more southerly as that high weakens. Now this is that front we've been looking at over Texas as it approaches Thursday. This is the RPM computer forecast model. Let's switch to the long-range American GFS and see what happens as we move through Thursday evening through Friday. Into Saturday, it just kind of washes out. It loses all its punch, and by Easter morning, skies are clearing, and it should be a spectacular Easter Sunday on the Suncoast. Here's my forecast for the rest of tonight. We'll have mostly clear to partly cloudy conditions. Our low temperature 58, pretty close to normal, with those east winds slackening off. And hopefully for the sailboats and all the rest of us that want to get outdoors, it won't be as windy tomorrow. Easterly in the morning, southerly in the afternoon, 5 to 15. High tomorrow, 81. That's warmer than normal. And here's your forecast for the next 7 days. Takes us through the Easter holiday weekend. Couple of days, 3 days of maybe breezy conditions, warming back up into the low 60s as we get through the latter part of the week. There comes that front with only a 30% chance of showers on Saturday. Not a washout by any means. And on Easter Sunday, skies clear, 81, a beautiful day. And that's your weekend weather forecast, Jacqueline.
Okay, thank you, Steve. 3 men from Manatee County are behind bars tonight on several burglary charges. The 3 were caught trying to steal from a Burlington coat factory with a stolen credit card. The man in the middle was outside in the getaway car, and when deputies approached him, they also found a stolen gun in his car. After investigating further, the sheriff's office linked the men to other vehicle burglaries in West Bradenton and in the city of Bradenton as well. Right now, the State Department of Transportation holding a meeting about another roundabout in Sarasota, this time to a busy intersection. The State Department of Transportation wants to build a rotary at US 41 and Gulfstream Avenue. That's right by the Ringling Causeway and by the Weston. The meeting is going on until 7 o'clock at the Municipal Auditorium, which is next to the Van Wezel. This is the latest in a series of roundabouts within the city of Sarasota. Florida will now cover post-traumatic stress disorder under workers' compensation for first responders. This after Governor Scott signed a bill today that passed unanimously by the House and the Senate. It will provide both medical and paid leave for firefighters, police officers, and EMTs who meet certain criteria. The conditions include witnessing a homicide, treating an injured person, or seeing a dead child, according to that bill. And a new state program will help seniors get the best deal for rides to the doctor. The program is called Find a Ride Florida, and it allows consumers to view providers, costs, and hours, and then book the best ride. Transportation officials worked with the University of Florida to launch that program. For more information, go to findarideflorida.org. And county officials in the Florida Keys are looking to get federal money to reimburse them for expenses related to Hurricane Irma. The county has submitted about $16 million in hurricane damages. So far, FEMA has approved almost $4 million, but now the county is waiting for the state's Department of Emergency Management to sign off. The county has estimated a preliminary cost of $93.3 million for Irma-related expenses, not including the airport or mitigation. Well, stay with us. We'll be right back with more news after this.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think it up.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now. Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC7 to get breaking news, plus first alert, weather, and traffic focused on where you live. ABC7, we're here for you.
when evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio. Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Tonight, allegations, denials, the White House digging in after the bombshell interview. Plus, is your privacy protected? Facebook under fire. Will the CEO testify before Congress? World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Finally tonight, a Fort Myers woman wanted to save a giant ficus tree, so she married it. Like many people in this Fort Myers neighborhood, she's worried that the city will cut down the dearly beloved tree so that someone else can build a home.
I'm not a whack job. You know, I need people to come to that meeting tomorrow. And if I have to marry a tree to do so, I will.
Well, it seems like the woman's efforts worked. A spokesperson for the city told local news outlets that the city is moving forward to save the park that tree is on. So I guess some good use. I guess what she did was put some good use.
Saved a tree. I love that. Take a look at our weekend weather. First of all, let's take a look at tonight's forecast. It's going to be a very mild evening with temperatures slowly cooling off through the 60s, and the weekend looks nice too.
All right, thank you so much, and thanks for joining us. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We'll see you again